Hello, today's video is a guide on Mithril dragons. Whether you're fighting them on a slayer task, or for the Kandarin diary, or for the elusive dragon full helm, it's good to be prepared. Mithril dragons are mid-level metal dragons. If you can easily kill steel dragons, you can kill these guys. I recommend having decent stats, like in the 80s, so this is less painful for you and you don't have to do really short trips, but lower is doable. Mithril dragons are only found in the Ancient Cavern below Backstorian Falls. To access the Ancient Cavern, you need to have completed a portion of the Barbarian Training mini-quest. You need to have completed the fishing training up until you can ask Otto about fire making. Learn how to light fires with a bow instead of a tinderbox, and then talk to Otto again until you get dialogue about pyre ships. Then you'll be able to access Mithril dragons. If you don't have this completed, then when you jump into the whirlpool, you'll wash up on the shore to the south and take a small amount of damage. Mithril dragons use all three combat styles plus dragonfire. If you don't have complete dragonfire protection, in other words a shield and anti-fire potions or a super anti-fire potion, then you need to either stay in melee range and pray melee so they use dragonfire less, or stand further away and pray mage to help protect against their dragonfire attacks. If you do have complete dragonfire protection, just pray whatever your armor is weak against. So if you're using melee gear, pray mage. If you're using mage or range, pray range. If you are using melee gear, it's recommended that if you don't have Torva or Bandos, use carols or something with good mage defense and pray melee instead. Mage is pretty good against most metal dragons if you don't have high stats or really good melee gear. You want to bring combat boosting potions, prayer potions, anti-fire potions if you have them, alch runes, and lots of food, as well as a quick teleport out. You can find more gear info on this wiki page, which I'll link in the description. The fastest way to get here is using the fishing cape to Otto's grotto, but your method of transportation will probably be teleporting to Barbarian Assault. You can use the minigame teleport every 20 minutes, but it's better to have a games necklace since your trips will most likely not take that long. You could also use this as your bank teleport since it's pretty close by, but you probably want a one-click teleport so you're not attacked while you're trying to tele out. When you first enter the cave, you're safe in this little area, but once you go down, there are brutal green dragons. Pray magic or melee when you're passing by them and run to the stairs on the east side. Here there are a bunch of mithril dragons and one barbarian spirit and one spot that can be easily avoided. There are lots of safe spots here if you want to be sure you don't get meleeed. They drop mithril bars, but I wouldn't really recommend picking them up because getting here is a pain and there are much better ways to get mithril bars. If you have good gear and stats, you can kill around 45 per hour. If you're after chewed bones for the diary, they're 1 out of 42, so you should reach the drop rate in an hour. Mithril dragons also have an extremely rare drop of dragon full helms. They are the only way you can get a dragon full helm, which is why they're so expensive. To get them as a drop from mithril dragons is over 1 out of 32,000. You can also get it from using chewed bones on a pyre ship at a rate of 1 out of 256. You'd have to kill over 10,000 mithril dragons to meet the drop rate for 256 bones, but it's better than 32k. So if you want a dragon full helm, this is definitely something you'd want to do passively through Slayer. They can also drop the Draconic Visage at 1 out of 10k. With 45 kills per hour on a main account, you can expect an average of 1 mil GP per hour, including the crazy rare drops. But without them, it's still pretty decent money. They also drop ancient pages, which are basically only useful if you're into completionist stuff. That's all for this guide. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching and see you next time.